Welcome back to the channel, bringing you the latest news from around the world. You need to hear this if you're someone who cares about the future of our water. We stand on the banks of the Colorado River, once mighty, now a shadow of itself. The waterline has retreated, leaving a pale bathtub ring on the canyon walls, a stark reminder of what's been lost. Boats sit stranded on cracked earth, silent witnesses to a vanishing river. Local residents, some here for generations, say they've never seen it this bad. Landmarks once underwater now bake in the relentless sun. The silence is haunting, the river's roar is now a whisper. This isn't just a dramatic landscape, it's the lifeline for 40 million people and millions of acres of farmland. When the river suffers, entire communities feel the pain. Shrinking water levels at Lake Mead and Lake Powell are a clear warning. The river system is in a state of emergency. How did we get here? Is it too late to turn back? Every drop is precious, more valuable than gold in this arid land. The real story isn't sudden catastrophe, but a slow crisis decades in the making. Climate change, overuse, and tough choices delayed for too long have brought us here. To understand the Colorado's fate, we must look past the shocking images. We need to face the science, the history, and the hard truths beneath the surface. This is a crisis unfolding before our eyes. The urgency is real and the stakes couldn't be higher. Social media is flooded with alarming posts. The Colorado River vanished overnight. But these are misleading. The crisis isn't sudden. It's a slow-moving disaster scientists have warned about for years. Viral claims oversimplify a complex issue, fueling panic and confusion. The reality, the region has endured a mega drought for over 2 decades, intensified by climate change. Less snowpack means less meltwater. Higher temperatures mean more evaporation. For years, states have taken more water than nature provides. Reservoirs like Lake Mead and Lake Powell once masked the problem, but now they're nearly empty. The crisis is a result of long-term imbalance, not a sudden collapse. Scientists aren't surprised. They've been sounding the alarm for years. The shrinking river is the predictable outcome of overuse and drought. The real emergency is systemic, not sensational. Understanding this helps us move past panic and focus on real solutions. We need to address the root causes, not just react to viral headlines. The future of the river depends on informed action, not misinformation. The problem is serious, but it's not hopeless. We must listen to the science. Only then can we find the long-term solutions needed to save this vital waterway. Don't be fooled by viral hype. The truth is urgent, and it demands our attention. The shrinking river is only part of the story. NASA's latest study reveals a hidden crisis underground: groundwater depletion. As the river dwindles, communities and farms are drilling deeper, draining ancient aquifers at unsustainable rates. Satellites show the ground itself is losing water, much faster than nature can replenish. Arizona is especially vulnerable, relying on both river water and groundwater. With river supplies cut, pressure on aquifers has intensified. Rural areas lacking big city resources are hit hardest as wells run dry. This shift to groundwater is a dangerous gamble, like draining your last savings account. Aquifers took thousands of years to fill. We're emptying them in decades. The NASA study is a stark warning. We're creating a second, invisible water crisis. If we continue, we risk not just the river's future, but the very foundation of life in the West. Groundwater is not an endless backup. Once it's gone for generations. The crisis below is as urgent as the one above. We must act before both are lost. The clock is ticking. Pumping groundwater seems like a solution, but it brings hidden dangers. Wells fail as water levels drop, forcing farmers to drill deeper or abandon their land. The land itself sinks, a phenomenon called subsidence, damaging roads, buildings, and canals. Water quality declines as deeper wells tap saltier or contaminated water. In coastal areas, salt water can invade aquifers, making them unusable. We're not just losing water quantity but also quality. Treating this water is costly and complex. Most dangerous of all, many aquifers are non-renewable on a human timescale. Once fossil water is gone, it's gone for good. We are, in effect, mining our water, a silent threat to the Southwest's future. The risks are mounting and time is running out. Groundwater depletion is also a crisis of regulation. Arizona's 1980 Groundwater Management Act set rules for cities but left rural areas largely unregulated. Outside city zones, landowners can pump as much as they want, creating a modern water rush. Large farms drill deeper wells, draining aquifers that small towns depend on. This creates a stark divide. Cities are protected, rural communities are left vulnerable. Attempts to close loopholes face fierce opposition from agricultural and political interests. The result, a political stalemate as water levels drop. Arizona's struggle mirrors the West's larger challenge, outdated laws for a new climate reality. The fight isn't just about water, it's about the state's future. Will leaders act for sustainability or allow short-term gain to drain a finite resource? The choice is urgent. The time for comprehensive water management is now. The future depends on it. The Colorado River crisis isn't a sudden disaster, it's a slow, systemic emergency. The 1922 Colorado River Compact promised more water than the river could provide, based on wet years. For decades, reservoirs masked the deficit, but megadrought has stripped that buffer away. Now, we face the consequences of old decisions and a changing climate. This is a chronic illness, not a heart attack. There are no quick fixes. No single winter will save us. Solutions require massive conservation, innovation, and collaboration across states and countries. The future isn't written, but the crisis is one we can still address. We must move beyond hype and finger-pointing. Science and cooperation are our best hope. Hard choices about what we grow, how we live, and how we value water are essential. The river has given much. Now we must give back. Action and awareness can preserve this lifeline for generations. The clock is ticking, slowly but surely. The time to act is now. To